Hey, how's it doing? I'm in bed. Something about autism or Asperger's, always watching the same ASMR. I don't know. I mean, like, all I got, on my YouTube is just spiritual videos. Well, and I'm just not feeling it right now, Just not feeling it. It's weird. This used to be tied in with the Mercury retrograde, but I've evolved so far since then that I don't need the planetary cycle to regulate my highs and my lows. They just there's, and I'm getting this from plenty of creators. There's energy pouring down onto the planet, and it changes every day. There's a different energy, and it affects everyone. I mean, the woke people, it will affect in creating highs and lows. I don't know how it affects the unwoke people, to be honest. And I guess it's good to have these updates, these energy updates, because, well, they can be wrong, but then as soon as things change in a way that the creator didn't expect, there'll be like another video come up saying, like, this is a true example. Like, I thought it was going to be this way, but it changed, that was Alana Green. I've got a headache. I suppose you'd call that rumination. I mean, just take a couple of aspirins, I took a couple this morning when I woke up. That was 6 o'clock, 11 hours ago. Yeah. I just don't know who to cling to. I don't know who to choose. I don't judge anyone. Obviously, if someone's too toxic for me, then I won't be doing with them, but I don't have, like, a type, I don't care. If someone's nice to me, I'll be nice to them, If someone's a good lover, then that's good as well. Not that I have much experience with that, with people in that way. I don't know. And it's just programming from my ego, what I've learned as I've grown up. You need a certain type of person, has to be a certain type of person, and it's just absolute bullshit. Could be attractive, could be unattractive, could be thin, could be fat. You know what? Could be rich, could be customer service. You know. Office worker. But that's a very positive thing, because that opens up, what that is that's the removal of like a preconceived idea, which says that, which serves to narrow down the amount of people I can get with. You know, now I see things this way. I'm much more open to a wider range of people, which brings to me more people that I meet who, you know, I might want to get with, you know what I mean? Just brings to me more people, not caring anything about the person apart from how dope they are, how woke they are, you know. Yeah. I have had this flea bite on my leg. I've got a skin graft on my leg, yeah, where they took the skin graft off. And it bit me right on there, and it's freaking well. Still got a big scab. I think it was a flea. Tuesday tomorrow. I'm really asking myself now if I can be alone. Because I sit here in my bedroom and I feel very comfortable. Very comfortable. I'm having feelings that are very healthy. And all while I've got a cold as well. Okay, I'm going to take that back. Let's forget that I said I got a cold. Yeah, just really healthy feelings, you know. It feels the same as it used to feel when I was in I had 2 brothers, 2 sisters and 2 parents, right? So we lived in a big house. And I never felt lonely because I had a whole house full of people around me. But I used to spend all my time in my room on my own. And I've just learned that what I'm doing now is spending time in my room on my own, and there's no reason why it has to be any different. Just because I don't have a big family around me, you know, I'm still doing the same thing that I always used to do. You know, it's like I'm coming back online, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'd call these feelings. Just realness, you know? It feels so... Let's get myself in the middle there. This is being awkward. It just feels so good just to be real, you know, and I can understand why I was in so much pain for 20 years when I couldn't feel anything, you know, because it just feels so fucking amazing just to feel real. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess the 3 barista coffees that I had today had something to do with it. you know, because when I was a kid, you know, what I was on about, yeah, I used to drink a lot of tea, so I'm getting a bit over. No, I'm not getting over. I used to drink a lot of tea and I used to feel good all the time. It's nothing like a nice cup of tea, is there? I remember going camping and having a cup of tea and it was just like, oh, this is the life, you know. I stayed away from marijuana. It's unpleasant AF. Unpleasant AF. Well, I tried it for a couple of days, you know. And it was an interesting experience, you know. It was sort of a journey into my mind and shit, you know. It's just, for me, it's a bad drug. It just makes me crave, like, vape, cigarettes, beer, aspirin, barista coffees, anything I can get my fucking hands on. It's like, it doesn't just give me the munchies, it gives me the druggies, you know? And it's fucking torture. Just wanting something all the time and not being able to get through the next 10 minutes because I haven't got anything to have, you know? It fucking sucked, to be honest. It fucking sucked. And I guess this is Jesus showing me that drugs are giving me a more mature attitude towards drugs, you know, being more aware about drugs and trying them, seeing what they're like, and just seeing them for what they are, which is just, I'd say, hard drugs. I'm thinking of one hard drug in particular, and that is bad. I'm thinking of marijuana, that is bad. I'm thinking coffee is good, but you know, coffee could really be something, you know, but that's what I was thinking about marijuana. I thought this could really be something because it doesn't have the come down that aspirins have, but it kills pain, you know, and when I'm, you know, got a headache, but it's just much better to take aspirins because, like I've explained, marijuana, it's horrible for me. I hate it. I don't hate it, but I kind of do, really, to be honest. Nicotine is fine with me. Nicotine is fine. A bit of vaping. Yeah. I think my next experiment is to see if I can have a few barista coffees a day and actually get to sleep on time. I mean, I could before. I was sleeping before when I was having strong coffees. I think, I don't know. And funnily enough, aspirin keeps me awake. Must be a stimulant, you know? Keeps me awake. If I have it late, it keeps me awake. It could be because I'm feeling really good, and I just don't want to go to sleep because I'm feeling so good. You know, I want to be awake and aware for the experience. Or it could just be this is a stimulant, you know what I mean? I got stood up. I did. Twice. I did. It's hard. But like I say, you know, I'm sitting in my room, right? And I'm feeling, I just feel real. Just feel real. Like, I used to fucking hate this room. I used to even sleep in my living room because I just couldn't be here. I feel so relaxed and so peaceful. Yeah. I want to smoke CBD, but because my vape stopped working, I've had to use my backup vape, which I had CBD in for nicotine. So I can't do that. That'd be perfect because like marijuana really fucks me up, but CBD chills me out, you know. Yeah, it's harsh though. It's harsh on the throat. There'll be no dinner made from scratch tonight. I bought some potatoes in the what do you call them? I don't know what you call them, man. I used to call it the takeaway. I got some potatoes from the takeaway. To be honest, I can't believe how good I'm feeling right now. You know. And I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to learn how to live alone. Not from the point of view of like, I don't want... I mean, let me be clear. I want a lover. But from 9 till 5, you know, I'm going to be on my own. And I want to explore that, and I'm literally working from home. I mean, I go shop mobility on Fridays, but I'm literally working from home. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get to the point of like, I want to really, really be able to get into feeling comfortable when I'm at home. on my own, you know, because for 20 years, well, for the whole of my life actually, I never had a conversation with my mum till like I started going coffee club about 2 years ago. I never had a conversation. So like, I know that living on my own and never seeing anyone is just the same as being with someone who doesn't talk to you, you know? When I lived with someone who didn't talk to me. Just sat down, watched TV together, you know? It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. So, and I used to feel dead good when I was living that. So I should be able to feel dead good in my flat on my own. Yeah. I'll make a roll up in a minute and have about 2 or 3 drags and put it out. I'm so off them. I held space for that I'm gonna have a good day for as long as I could today, but then I just had to let it go. I couldn't maintain it anymore. You know. And yet here I am feeling all these good feelings. I kind of went there before in a previous video. How like life, it just ebbs and flows. Sometimes you get pissed off and it's the right time to get pissed off. Sometimes you throw out everything negative because you just want to have a good day and you don't want your own poison damaging your manifestation of that day. You know, sometimes you embrace all the negative, feel all your emotions. Fear was my strongest one that I felt. Crippling, intense fear. You know, just to release it. Sedona method. It's weird, isn't it? You can pretty much feel whatever you want. It just has to be the right time to be feeling it, you know? I'm getting a headache. Yeah. And I'll tell you why. Because have you ever noticed how when you're feeling the best you can feel, there's always something that comes along and fucks it up? Because to feel it for too long would be too much. Because it's new, you know? And this good feeling is new. And like anything new, it's change. And too much change too quick is bad. So I was feeling dope as fuck, really comfortable and really happy in my bedroom, but now I've got a headache because that feeling has to end, because I need a rest from happiness, quite literally. You know, it can be too much. You know, and I just need to wait for the cycle to come around again. and start feeling this again, I don't feel it'll be long, because it's not just the too much of good things bad for you, but there's another thing as well, which is that good things are actually good for you. So it won't be much of a break, or, feeling bad, away from the happy feelings, because, like I say, they're good for me, and they will return very quickly. You know. I don't know. I used to feel that I could never be happy here because the place is such a mess, but I do feel happy here. I had this like disease where I'd like look around my flat and it would just feel so depressing, Like, because it's not some sort of fucking palace, you know what I mean? Just think how many people in developing countries would love to have a flat like this. You know. A bathroom, a kitchen, a bedroom, a living room, furniture. I've got a settee, I've got a coffee table, I've got a dining table, I've got bits and bobs of furniture. I've got a functioning home in every way. And it's nice to be able to release having depressing feelings around here because of it's just the ego. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the ego. Ego can be like having a good conversation with yourself in your head, But like, there's also the ego of like, I'm not worthy unless I have the kind of home that I was brought up in, with carpets on all the floors, Even though the home, this is just me being real, I don't want to lie about this and be fake. The home I was brought up in was an absolute tip. It looked like a bomb's hit it, and it never changed. It was always a complete, utter fucking disaster. Even my bedroom was full of other people's shit. You know what I mean? Which is fucking outrageous. But there were carpets on the floor, you know what I mean? I don't want to sound like a sociopath, but I thought that if I saw Andy today for an hour or two, just for an hour or two, would lift my spirits. He's offered to come over twice and he's stood me up twice today. But it's not exactly being stood up when he offers to come over, doesn't come over, and then offers to come over again, you know what I mean? That's not really being stood up. I'm not that foolish. What day is it today? Monday. And I don't only feel lost as in like I could be a lover to anyone who's woke, I don't only feel lost in that, be it too much choice, just isn't comfortable at the moment. It was something else as well. I don't know. I can't remember what I was going to say. But it does spread further than that into other things. I just can't remember the example. I just want to say I'm grateful for the awakening. I know the awakening is real. I know that I can have the happiness that I used to enjoy when I was younger, up until about the age of 18. I don't know if I can go into manifestation. I've always wanted to just, as far as manifestation goes, I've always just wanted to find out what it is that I want. That's my manifestation, just knowing what I want. And what I want right now is just to feel good, to feel relaxed and content and happy. And I don't know what these feelings are. I just look around here and I feel like my own furniture and my own possessions are like welcoming me. I feel welcome in my own flat, you know. Yeah. I feel welcome in my own flat. It feels comfortable. It feels like it's mine, you know. I think I'm having a moment. I deleted the video, but I was sitting on this field and I had this moment. And I knew that something very, very, very dope was on its way. But I couldn't get any more information than that as to be more accurate on it. But give it 2 months and my depression had gone. You know, and now I'm feeling again like I'm having some kind of, I don't know what you call it when you see the future, but it's not the future of the outside world, it's the future of the inner world inside me. Of, I think I may actually end up sane. You know. And to me, that takes the form of like just feeling peaceful all the time, not having anxiety. You know? I want to see Andy so bad. Hmm. 5 minutes left. Oh. And I'm aware, because of the special type of meditation I did today, I am trying out several types, that there is a toxicity within myself that believes that all people are monsters and a trans person they'll, oh, it's low battery. They will literally feed off a trans person, you know, put me down to make themselves feel better, and I'll end up committing suicide or something. You know, that awareness, that it hasn't kept me from seeing the fucking major respect that some people have for me, you know. And now I've caught a glimpse of that a couple of times. I feel that just, it's like a wedge, do you know what I mean? I've got a little hole to whack it in, and I can really whack that wedge right through and really get a big opening for being more able to appreciate it when people loving on me, you know, be more aware of it, you know, and less hateful towards people as well. Because if people loving on me, why would I concentrate on the ones that hate me when I can be concentrating on the ones who are loving me? You know what I mean? It's it would just change my focus, you know. See how much darker it got outside. Yeah. You know something? This iPhone 7 Plus has a better camera than this one. It's all speckly doodah. I'm just thinking I've only got 6 months to go and I've paid off my Sky contract. Wonder how much it'll be once it started off 18 quid a month. Then it went up to 90 quid a month. I think it's 37. Just for the movie channels and the other shit. And then like another 20 for the sports channels, which I never watch. I know that, okay, when I say sanity, yeah, I don't believe there's a limit to sanity. I think it's possible for a human being to feel, through practice, constant practice, never-ending practice, happier and happier and more content and more blissful and more peaceful, you know, just more and more and more and more. You know, I believe that. I think what hurts is that, with this loneliness thing, is that I'm going through something. I know the awakening is real. I know I've lost my depression. I know I've lost my bipolar. You know, I'm fucking healing like mad. My awareness is expanding like mad. I'm becoming the dopest fucker ever, right? That's just self-love, you know, not bragging. And I got no fucker to share it with. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be nice to have a partner to go through this journey with, who celebrates my every triumph and I celebrate hers? You know, she could come to me and say, look, I released this block. Or I could comfort her because she's saying, oh, I feel this way all the time and I feel there's no way out of it. I feel I'm done, you know. That's what it feels like, releasing a block. like it's just never going to go away, and that's how things are always going to be stuck. And then boom, it's gone and you're free. You know, she could come to me, she could say, oh God, I'm feeling this way, you know what I mean? And like, I could just hold her and say like, just hold her, you know, because I know how it feels, releasing a block, a really big one, you know. And then later on, when she's released it, I can say to her, you know, do you remember when I held you and I said whatever it was that I said? I knew back then that you were releasing something, but I knew that then was the wrong time to say it, but I'm going to say it now. You know, I want you to know that when I was holding you, I knew that everything was going to be all right, you know? Anyway, I'm going to go. Goodbye.